Hello everyone, I am Nilanjana Banerjee and today's topic is Jainism and Buddhism. So let me give you a brief introduction regarding this topic. Buddhism and Jainism are two ancient Indian religions that developed in Magadha and continue to thrive in the modern age. Jainism and Buddhism emerged as the most potent religious reform movements during the later Vedic period. Both Jainism and Buddhism was founded in the 6th century BC and sprung out of the same roots. However, Jainism and Buddhism share many features, terminology, ethical principles, but emphasize them differently. Buddhism is centered upon the life and teachings of Gautama Buddha, whereas Jainism is centered on the life and teachings of Mahavira. Buddhism is a polytheist religion and its main goal is to attain enlightenment. Jainism is also a polytheistic religion and its goals are based on non-violence and liberation of the soul. So, next we should learn that what are the causes that led to the rise and growth of Jainism and Buddhism. The primary cause for the rise of Jainism and Buddhism was the religious unrest in India in the 6th century BC. The complex rituals and sacrifices advocated in the later Vedic period were not acceptable to the common people. The sacrificial ceremonies were also found to be too expensive. The superstitious beliefs and mantras confused the people. The teachings of Upanishads, an alternative to the system of sacrifices, were highly philosophical in nature and therefore not easily understood by all. Therefore, what was needed in the larger interest of the people was a simple, short and intelligible way for salvation to all the people. Such religious teachings should also be in a language known to them. This need was fulfilled by the teachings of Buddha and Mahavira. Other than religious factors, social and economic factors also contributed to the rise of these two religions. The rigid caste system prevalent in India generated tensions in the society. Higher classes enjoyed certain privileges which were denied to the lower classes. Also, the Kshatriyas had resented the domination of the priestly class. It should also be noted that both Buddha and Mahavira belonged to the Kshatriya origin. Thirdly, the political situation also led to the rise and growth of Jainism and Buddhism. In the 6th century BC, Magadha was ruled by Bimbisara and later by Ajatashatru. Both these rulers were liberal and tolerant. They were too free from Brahmanic influence and condemned certain social evils in their kingdoms. Therefore, when the opportunity came, they patronized both Jainism and Buddhism. Fourthly, agricultural economy. Killing of animals to perform sacrifices was against the interest of the farmers in the Gangetic plain. The use of iron had made the animal-drawn plough popular. Such farmers needed a religion that would give protection to animals. Both Buddhism and Jainism preached non-violence and were against animal sacrifices. Okay, so next we should know the spread of Jainism and what are the causes behind it. Jainism had royal patronage, therefore it easily spread around Kosala, Magadha, Mithila, Champa and other parts of the country. Lord Mahavira founded monasteries headed by learned munis, that is the sages or saints. they lived a life as an example to the people to follow. In the western parts of India, Jainism was patronized by the business community. Okay. In South India, Jainism was patronized by the Rashtrakuta and the Chalukya kings. In the later period, Jainism became a dominant religion in Karnataka. Okay. And what are the causes of the spread of Jainism? First of all, this local dialect. Mahavira adopted the language of the common people, that is Prakrit, to preach his doctrines instead of Sanskrit. Later, the monks followed the same practice. People found it easier to follow the teachings of Jainism in the local language. Second is royal patronage. Jainism received royal patronage. Chandragupta Maurya is said to have been converted to Jainism in the later years of his rule. Third, saints. There arose many devout Jain saints like Kalkacharya, who lived in Ujjain and made it a center of Jainism. Another Jain saint, Bhadrabahu, took Jainism to Karnataka. Appeal to people was another important point. People found the religion attractive as it was based on austerity, simplicity, and spirituality. There were no animal sacrifices, nor was there any class distinction. So it was very much appealing to the people to follow such religion. Next is division into two sects. During the time when Bhadrabahu took Jainism to Karnataka, there arose differences between him and Stulabhadra, who was based in Magadha. In the first Jain council held around 300 BC, these differences came into surface. As a result, Jains were divided into two groups, that is Svetamvaras and Digamvaras. Svetamvaras, or the white clads, were led by Stulabhadra, and Digamvaras were led by Bhadrabahu. Stulabhadras, or the white clads, remained in Magadha. They wore white clothes and covered their faces with a small white cloth to avoid killing the tiniest of insects or germs that might enter the nose while breathing. So it is very interesting to know about it, that they fasted but did not believe in extreme penance and austerity. Next, Digamvaras. Digamvaras were sky-clad and did not believe in covering their body. According to Digamvaras, living without clothes signified detachment from worldly pleasures. Okay? And according to them, one could avoid killing life forms by not wearing clothes, because while washing clothes, many germs would get killed. They were orthodox followers of Mahavira, and they kept long fast and led an austere life. Next, we are going to learn about the similarities between Jainism and Buddhism. The first and foremost similarities between them, that the founders of both religions, Mahavira and Gautama Buddha, had similar background. Both of them belonged to the Kshatriya clan and followed the same path. Secondly, both sought the attainment of salvation from the cycle of births and rebirths, but did not accept the Vedas. Non-violence was their creed, and unlike Brahmans and Hinduism, monks and nuns of Buddhism and Jainism had to renounce family life and the world. They had to lead a life of chastity. So, these are the similarities between Jainism and Buddhism. I repeat, both the founders, Mahavira and Gautam Buddha, had similar background. Both of them belonged to the Kshatriya clan and both followed the same path. Secondly, attainment of salvation from the cycle of births and rebirths, did not accept Vedas, and non-violence was their creed. And unlike Brahmins and Hinduism, monks and nuns of Buddhism and Jainism also had to renounce family life and the world. Next, And the last one is the dissimilarities between Jainism and Buddhism. What are the dissimilarities? Buddhism was completely a new religion in 6th century BC, and Jainism had been founded long before Mahavira. He was the last of its Tirthankaras. Okay, Jainism followed a middle path, while Buddhism followed a middle path, while Jainism believed in heart penance. Buddhism is silent about existence of God. Jainism denies existence of God. Buddhism spread far and wide and led to the cultural evolution in India. Jainism did not spread beyond the Indian shores. So these are the similarities and dissimilarities between Jainism and Buddhism. We also discussed about the causes of the spread of Jainism and Buddhism. And thank you. I end my lecture here. Please like, share and subscribe to the channel for more such interesting historical facts.